Hi, I'm Sean Steen and welcome to part 2 of buying a high-end acoustic guitar. I wasn't planning on doing a part 2, but after my part 1 I got some emails and comments. There seems to be some controversy about the neck and finish, so I want to kind of get into that a little further today. I have quotes from Martin Guitars in Santa Cruz. The first one's from Martin. "The dovetail neck joint is one of the hallmarks of traditional handmade Martin. Among other benefits, your traditional dovetail gives us excellent transfer of vibration between the body and neck, and is an example of hand craftsmanship that many Martin fans appreciate. Nitrocellulose lacquer provides similar benefits. It takes a little longer to apply to perfect, but we can get it ultra thin. Over time it ages with the instrument, allows the wood to breathe much better than the thick candy coats on lesser instruments." Now, Martin does have lower price instruments that use polyfinish and bolt-on necks, but they do it as a cost-saving measure to give you a more affordable guitar. On their higher instruments, standard series above, they all have dovetail and they all have lacquer finish, and there's a reason why they go through the extra steps and process. This explains that they believe it actually benefits you to have this. Santa Cruz guitars. Santa Cruz continue to use precise fit dovetail joint today because of its integral nature allows us to control the guitar's presence by manipulating the weight of the neck. This presence is more open and airy and ambient. We only gain this advantage due to the superior resonant air chamber that we've created through voicing and tuning of the guitar's top and body. Without this added responsiveness, the dovetail joint would be a waste of time and money. This is why it'd be more ethical to bolt on the neck of guitars made to serve a lower price target and for less discriminating players. The mechanical connection of the dovetail joint comes from some millennia of refinement of the violin. When these matched components are fit by hand and feel, the joint is strong enough to hold the string tension without glue. Glue is only used sparingly to hold the neck in place until it needs to be removed to facilitate a repair." I'm condensing what he wrote because Richard Hoover, he really knows a lot about guitars. This is really long, so I'm cutting this down. I hope he doesn't mind. Nitrocellulose lacquer. "Santa Cruz is not looking for shortcuts to reach lower price targets. Standards for materials, fit and finish are set for added value to the guitarist and not for the manufacturing efficiencies. Our goal for the guitar finish is to enhance the look like $1 million and truly be restorable. Nitrocellulose lacquer fits these criteria in looks, function, and restorability. Modern cost-cutting coatings do not. Cellulose is what trees are made from, and finishing wood with the same material it's made from is much more compatible for resonance than polyurethane. Cellulose also polishes to a quality of clarity and shine appropriate for a guitar costing thousands of dollars and can be restored to as new if damaged. Nitrocellulose is the right finish for an acoustic guitar. Unfortunately, it requires more time and expertise than can be allowed to meet the cost limits necessary for mass market price targets." Now, basically what he's saying there is that if they're doing a poly finish, that's fine, but it's usually for a cost-saving measure. Now, I know a lot of Taylor players got upset with me in my last video because Taylor guitars, they have mortise and tenon necks and they have polyurethane finishes, and they can get kind of expensive. Taylor is a totally different kind of guitar manufacturer than most of what's out there nowadays. Santa Cruz, Martin, these guys are making stuff by hand. They're taking months to make one instrument. Taylor uses science and machinery and automation to make guitars quickly and efficiently. So their pricing structure is completely different. Whether you think it's worth the money or not is up to you. I didn't count them in my video earlier because the way they do produce guitars is completely different. It's not a handmade high-end guitar. It is a mass-produced guitar. Just because something's expensive doesn't make it really a high-end guitar. They're well made, but they're made completely different. So I didn't categorize them. I don't want to bash Taylor. They make fine guitars, but it's a different kind of instrument than what you're getting from, say, a Martin or a Santa Cruz or a Gibson, or one of the high-end manufacturers are still using dovetail and lacquer finishing and taking months to make one instrument. So that's where it goes. That's where we stand in the controversy here. Whether you believe or not that the dovetail matters, that's up to you. You can believe, these are authorities, people who are making these. They've been doing this. Martin's been making guitars from 1898 or something. They've been making guitars for a really long time. Richard Hoover knows more about guitars than the combined knowledge of most luthiers in the entire country. So I would take them as a credible resource that they know what they're talking about. Me personally, I'm not a rich guy, so if I'm going to spend a lot of money, if I'm going to spend $3 grand, I want the dovetail, I want the lacquer, I want the handmade thing. You know, some people say, well, you know, the Taylor thing, it's science and it's automation and it's, you know, it's kind of cool that. Well, then if that's your thing, then go buy a Taylor. It's your money. I'm not telling you to buy what to buy actually, but it's good to know what things cost though too, because a bolt-on neck is cheaper to do, and so is the polyurethane finish. Those are finished really fast. They can ship out quicker. So the dovetail, I feel like, you know, if you're paying, you know, $5 grand for an instrument, well, geez, I want the dovetail and I want the lacquer finish, you know. Plus lacquer, when it ages, you can really start telling, because they really start to open up after a few years. So that's where we stand on the neck and finish controversy. If you disagree, you're more than welcome to disagree. My point in winning this argument with people who disagree with me, though, is they basically, Martin and Santa Cruz wouldn't do this if they didn't think the guitar sounded better because of it. If they didn't finish the end result was a better guitar. They're not going to spend all that time and money. It takes like a month to put lacquer on a guitar. You know, it's going to sit in a drying queue and harden. It's a lot of work to put it on. Polyurethane is a lot easier. Same with the dovetail fit. You know, you got to do that very precisely. So I don't think they would do it if they didn't believe that it was beneficial. So that's where I stand. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to follow us on Steam Guitars now. We're switching channels. So follow us on Steam Guitars, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.